Hi, so for today's video, we will go through the solutions for Greendale Secondary School EOY 2021. Now the first question. So they say here the numbers A, B, C, D are represented on a number line. So this is your number line. Now match your values below to the numbers A, B, C, and D. So actually for convenience, right, we can change all these numbers to decimal. So 4 over 5 is 0.8. Then 0.3 is 0.3. 5 over 4 is 1.25. Then pi over 2. Let's use our calculator. Divide by 2. This is 1.5707. So from here, now we have 0 here. And we have 2 here. And we have 1 in the center. Okay, so A and B must be numbers between 0 and 1. So between 0 and 1 are actually 0.8 and 0.3. So we can make a good guess that A is 0.3. Then our B is 4 over 5. Then our C is the smaller number between these two. So it's 5 over 4. And your final number is actually pi over 2. So what we can do is we can rewrite our solutions. Our A is 0.3, our B is 4 over 5, our C is 5 over 4, and our D is pi over 2. Okay. Now, next question. Now, question 2 says that by writing each number correct to one significant figure. So, one significant figure, then estimate the value of this question. Okay, so 580.5. Our first significant number is 5. Then after that, the number is 8. So 8 is a big number. So the numerator becomes 600 to one significant figure. 4.024 is our first significant number. So become 4 times 4 is our first number, but 9 is a big number. So the 4 must plus 1. So become 5. Okay, so this is 600 divided by 20. So we should get 30 as our answer. Okay, so 30 here. Now, next question. Express 540 as a product of its prime factors. So we have 540. So we use the ladder method. 540 divided by 2 is 270. Divided by 2 is 135. Let's check whether 135 can divide by 3. Okay, so divide by 3 is 45. Then divide by 3 is 15. Divide by 3 is 5. So 5 and 1. So therefore 540 is equals to, there's 2. So I put 2 power 2 times, now there's 3 of the 3s, so 3 power 3 times 5. So we put here 2 square times 3 cube times 5. Okay, then we move on to our next part. They say, given that 630 equals to this, express lowest common multiple as a product. So we have two numbers. 2 times 3 square times 5 times 7. Okay, and then we have another number, 540 equals to 2 square times 3 cube times 5. So what they want is they want the LCM. So now what we need to do is we just need to check out for the same base. So this number 2 appears in both numbers. So of course we need to take number 2. So which power do we use? Okay, the top one, power 1, the bottom one, power 2. Because it's LCM, right? Okay, LCM, we need to take the highest power. Okay, then times. Then our next. Okay, our next number is 3 and 3. So we take 3 and we take the highest power, which is 3, times. Okay, you notice 5 and 5 here. So 5 and 5. So we just take 5. Now, if they want highest common factor, right, we will stop here lah. Okay, because 7 appears only in one number, the other number don't have 7. But because this is LCM, right, so we have to take number 7 as part of our answer for LCM. Okay, so since they want the answer to be in as a product of prime factors, right, so we just need to write all this. So the answer is just 2 squared times 3 cubed times 5 times 7. Now let's move on to the next question. They want the value of n if 630n is a perfect square. Now, perfect square, right, the powers, okay, must be multiple of 2. Okay, or even number lah, like for example 2, 4, 6, 8. So from the top here we have 630. So 630 is equals to 2 times 3 squared times 5 times 7. Okay, so we need to multiply with another k. So this are also multiply with k. So what happens is each one of these power, right, we need to check. So this one, right, okay, is not a multiple of 2. So it must go up to an even number 2. So when you go up to number 2, right, so k you need to multiply with another 2. Then this 3, okay, can you see the power is already in power 2. Okay, then number 5 here is power 1, 7 also power 1. So 5 we need to go up to number 2. That means we need to multiply with another 5. 7 also need to go up to number 2. So you need to multiply with another 7. Okay, so our k is equals to 70. Okay, so we write here our answer to be 70. Okay, now let's move on to our next question. Now, the ratio of boys to girls who join floorball is 5:3. So this is boys lah. This is girls. Okay, total number was 64. So how many girls join floorball? So total units is 5 plus 3, 8 units. So therefore, 8 units equals to 64. 1 unit equals to 64 divided by 8. So 1 unit equals to 8. So girls is 3 unit. So 3 unit equals to 3 times 8 equals to 24 girls. So 24 here. Then when more girls join floorball, the ratio of boys to girls became 10:7. So how many girls join floorball? Okay, so what happens in part 2 is the number of girls increase, but the number of boys remains the same. Okay, so we need to find how many girls join the floorball lah. Okay, so now, okay, from part A, right, we know that 1 unit is equals to 8, right? So for number of boys, okay, is equals to 5 units. So it's equals to 5 times 8. So number of boys is actually equals to 40. There are 40 boys. So these 40 boys, right, is actually equivalent to 10 units. Because the same ratio of boys. Okay, so and remember boys remain the same. So therefore 10 units is now equals to 40. So you find 1 unit. 1 unit is 40 divided by 10, which is equals to 4. Then you find 7 unit. So 7 unit is 7 times 4 equals to 28. So this is the new number of girls. Okay, so what happened is you compare. Okay, you compare. Previously there was 24, now there's 28. So how many girls join floorball? They mean the additional number of girls lah. So it's just 28 minus 24. Answer is just 4 more girls. So 4 here. Okay. Then question 5, part 1. They ask you to solve the inequality. Okay, so how to solve this inequality is the same as solving algebra. All the x you put on one side, then all the numbers you put on the other side. Okay, so now let's rearrange 10x. Then this 3x, right, we want to bring over, so become minus 3x. Now the sign, inequality sign remain the same. Negative 154 become 154 positive. Okay, then 10x minus 3x is 7x. Greater than 154. So x is greater than 154. divide by 7. So x is greater than, okay, let's check. 154 divided by 7 is 22. So the answer, you need to write down the whole inequality. Now you notice that the signs remain the same. The inequality sign do not change. It's because this 7 here is positive 7. So the sign will change only if there is a minus in front of the 7. Then you need to break them up, right? So when you bring this over to the other side, okay, then the inequality will flip. But for this case, there's no negative lah. So there's no reason why you need to flip the inequality. Let me write this properly for you. This is 7x. Okay. Then after that, this is your inequality. So state the smallest prime number that satisfies the inequality. So prime numbers are numbers that can divide by 1 and divide by itself. Okay, so x greater than 22. So I have number line. So I start with 22. So what are the next number? It is actually 23. Okay, 23 is a prime number. Okay. Now let's move on to question 6. Question 6 is construction. So you need to use a math set. But I can help you to draw the plan. Okay, so of course AB is given. So we draw AB as our given length. Then after that, our C will be somewhere on top here. So angle BAC is 110. So BAC is 110. Then AC is 6 centimeter. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to measure this first. So this one is the first thing you need to do. From AB, you use your protractor to measure the angle. Okay, then after that, you use your compass to measure 6 centimeter. Okay, so this one I'll go through in class for this question. Okay, now let's move on to question 7. Now question 7, factorize 4x squared minus 9. So this one you can use your menu 522. Okay, so what happened is, let's try. We key in all the value. So our x squared is 4. Then there's no x, but there's negative 9. Sorry, negative 9. So our calculator shows x1 equals to 3 over 2 and x2 equals to negative 3 over 2. So what we need to do is we need to put it in brackets. Actually, this thing no need to show. This one no need to show, okay? So if it is the first x1 here, right, 3 over 2, you see the number 3 we put here. Then because it's a positive fraction, right, in the bracket become minus. Then the 2 becomes 2x. Okay, then for the second bracket, okay, number 3 here is behind, minus become plus, and then 2x. So this is our answer. Okay, both brackets. Then 2x plus 3. Okay, now let's move on to part 2. Now part 2, we need to simplify. So actually numerator, right, the answer is just this. Okay, so what we need to do is we just need to do replacement lah. 2x minus 3, 2x plus 3, then over 2x minus 3, then x minus 7. Okay, so we notice that actually, right, we can cancel off. Can you see this 2x minus 3 and 2x minus 3 is the same? So we can cancel that off. So our remaining is our answer lah. 2x plus 3 over x minus 7. So that is our answer. So we just need to write down our answer here. Over x minus 7. Okay. Okay, now let's move on to the next question on proportion. So m is directly proportional to d square. So m comes first, d square is the second one. So if it is directly proportional, right? So it's m over d square equals to k. This is for direct proportion. Okay, so they say that m is 54, d is 3. So form an equation. Okay, so m54 we substitute over d square. D is 3, right? So 3 square equals to k. So we can work this out using our calculator. K is therefore equals to 54 divided by 9. So K is 6. Okay, but this is not our answer. So therefore, remember we need to form an equation. So our equation, we need to go back to this. So M over D squared equals to 6. Okay, so that is our equation. Okay. Now let's move on to part 2. They say find M when D is equals to 2. So we make use of this equation that we found in part A. So M over D is now 2, right? So 2 squared equals to 6. So M is equals to 6 times 4. Because 2 power 2 is equals to 4. So M is equals to 24. So I put 24 here as my answer. Okay, now let's move on to our next question. Okay, now next question here. Write down the largest possible value of x if the mode is 37. Now mode means most. Okay, or the highest frequency. Highest frequency. So they say the mode is 37. So highest frequency is 8. Okay, so what are the possibility of x? So x can be 0, can be 1, can be 2, all the way until 7 only. Can it be 8? Cannot, because 8 is the mode. Okay, so what is the largest possible value of x? It's just 7. Okay, if x equals to 6, find the mean size. So how to find the mean? We need to multiply everything lah. So now, let me erase for you. Now in the second part, they say that x is equals to 6. Okay, so how to find the mean? Okay, we need to multiply lah. This one, this 35, there's 3 of them. So meaning there's 35, 35, 35. Okay, or we can write as 3 times 35 plus 6 times 36 plus 8 times 37 plus 6 times 38 plus 5 times 39 plus 2 times 40. 2 times 40. So what are the total number? The total frequency, we need to plus. Okay, we need to plus all these numbers. Then we get the number here. So we can use our calculator, or we can write down first. Is 3 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6 plus 5 plus 2. Okay, so this whole chunk of numbers, right, we can actually use our calculator to key in lah. Okay, let me just give you the answer. It's actually 1120 divided by 30. So your answer is 37.3. That is your mean. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Question 10. So question 10 is a pentagon. Pentagon is a 5-sided figure. Okay, then they give you all the angles. They ask you to find the value of x. Okay, so this square here means it's 90 degrees lah. So what we need to do is, number 1, we need to find the sum of interior angles. Sum of interior angles. Okay, which is, use the formula n minus 2 times 180 degrees. So our n here is 5 because it's a pentagon. So 5 minus 2 times 180. So answer is 3 times 180 is 540 degrees. Okay, then number 2, what you need to do is, you need to plus all these numbers and you let it equals to 540. So 65 plus 110, let's put all the numbers together, plus 90. Okay, then plus, so this one taken, this one all I write already. So now is this and this. So plus 5x plus 4x plus 5 equals to 540. So actually we can work out, okay, what are these values and this value. Okay, so using our calculator, 65 plus 110 plus 90 plus 5. So we have 270 plus, okay, then these two are also like terms. This 5x plus 4x. Okay, so it's plus 9x equals to 540. Okay, then after that, we have 9x equals to 540. Now, this number here, we can minus, bring over. So, 9x equals to 270. X equals to 270 divided by 9. X is equals to 30. Okay, let's just check. Yeah, x is equals to 30. Okay, since they want to find the value, so it's just 30 here. This is our answer. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question, 11. Now, find the length of AC. So AC is here. So you notice that this is a 90 degrees triangle. Now, when you have a 90 degrees triangle, okay, opposite of that 90 degrees, this is our hypo. So we can use Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so what happens is to find AC, right? It's just the square root of, okay, since we need to find hypotenuse, so it must be addition. So 5 square plus 8 square. So AC is equals to square root of 15 square plus 8 square. So answer is 17 kilometers. 17 here. Okay, then part 2, find the area of the park. So to find the area, right, since it's 90 degrees, we use 15 and 8. Okay, so area is just the area of the triangle. So for this case, it's just half times 15 times 8. Okay, because it's a triangle. Okay, so answer is 60. Answer is equals to 60 kilometers square. Then part 3, Pauline wants to cut across the park from B to AC. Find the shortest distance she can take to walk from B to AC. So she is at B. She want to walk to this pink path lah. Okay, so actually, right? So actually, what happens is she is gonna walk this way. She's gonna form a 90 degrees here. Okay, and then we need to find what is this distance. So this distance to find, we need to compare area. Okay, compare area. Okay, because okay, if you use this base, right, and this height, right, because it's connected with the 90 degrees, we can form the area. Okay, so area of the triangle will remain the same. So what happens is hypo we have found to be 17 kilometers. So what happens to this question is we need to compare area lah. So area is equals to 60, right, kilometers square. So half times, just now we find the base. The base is 17. 17. Then we don't know the height, so we just put height equals to 60. Okay, then from here, what do we do? Okay, what do we do? Okay, we take h equals to 60 divided by half, divide by 17. Okay, why divide? Because this side is times. Okay, so opposite of times, when we bring over is divide. So answer for h is 7 wholes and 1 over 17. Or we can write in decimal to 3 significant figure. Okay, so just write one of them lah. So I just write the mixed number will do. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Okay, it's on graph. So they give us the line. Then they ask us to complete the table. Okay, so complete the table, we need to use the equation. So this is our equation. Okay, so for this case is when x equals to 2. So y equals to 2 minus 4. The answer here is negative 2. Then they ask us, okay, okay. So now we need to draw the line with the equation. So we draw this line lah. So we need to plot in each point. The first point is 0, negative 4. So 0 is here. Negative 4 is your y. So this is our first point. Our second point is 2, negative 2. So 2, negative 2 is here. Okay, then our third point is 5, 1. So 5, 1 is here. Okay, then what do? We actually join up these 3 points with a straight line. So, oops. Okay, so this what happen if you can't use the ruler. So in your exam, you need to use the ruler, okay? So it looks like this. Okay, so mine is not straight so in your exam it must be straight using the ruler. Then we label y equals to x minus 4. Okay, then what happens is, okay, so part 2 is done. Part 3, write down the solutions of the simultaneous equation between the two lines. Okay, so simultaneous equation, right? Okay, actually by right, they should meet at about this point here. Okay, so this point is actually, this point here is actually 3 and -1. It's because I can't draw the line properly using my screen. Okay, so when you draw using a ruler and on your own worksheet then I think it'll be much smoother Okay, so for this answer, they want x and y, right? So we look at our graph. Our x is 3. This is our x. Our y is equals to -1. Okay, so x equals to 3, y equals to -1. Okay, now let's move on to our next question. Question 13 is on angles. Okay, so in the diagram below A, B, C, D, so all these are straight lines. Find the value of x. So you notice our x is here. Okay, it sits on a straight line. So our x equals to 180 degrees minus 112 degrees. So what is the reason? Reason is adjacent angles on a straight line. So what is our answer for x? Our answer is 68. 68 degrees. Then for y, okay, our y is here. Okay, so you notice that our y, right, okay, is in this triangle. Okay, and then previously we have found that our x is 68. Okay, so we can actually find our y by taking 180, which is the sum of triangles, minus 68 minus 68. Okay, and our answer is actually 44. Okay, let me just double check for you. The answer is 44. Okay, so just put here 44. So the reason is sum of triangle because it adds up to 180 degrees. Okay, then z. Okay, our z is here. Sorry, our z is here. Okay, so to find our z, it is actually, can you see, it's alternate angles with this. Okay, two lines. So our z and 65 is the same. So z equals to 65 degrees. And the reason is vertically opposite angles. Okay, so answer is just 65. Okay, then they ask you whether is AB parallel to CD. Now let's check. AB, they ask you whether AB is parallel to CD. Now for these two to be parallel, right, our this angle and this angle must be the same because they must form the letter Z. They must, sorry, I changed color. So they must form a letter Z. So these two angles must be the same. So just now this 68, right? And then for letter Z, right, we actually found this to be 65. So are they the same? This 68, this one is 65. So they are not the same. Okay, so what happens is we say they are not. Okay, so this one delete off, then cancel. It's not parallel to CD because angle, okay, what angle is this? Okay, this is angle, oh, okay, I think, okay, it's not enough, the alternate, okay, so I just put the alternate angles because the alternate angles do not add up to 180 degrees. Okay. Now question 14. So we have algebra. So 30 over 12 we can cancel. I think can divide by 6, so become 5 and 2. Okay, x square and x square exactly the same, so we can cancel off the whole thing. Then this is y power 4, this is y power 3, so we cancel y power 3 and the y power 4 left with y. So what is our answer? Are all the remaining. So the remaining is 5, 2, z and y. So our answer is 5y over 2z. Okay, so 5y over 2z. Okay, now let's move on to our next question. Given this, find the value of a when b is negative 2. So a equals to 5 minus 4. B is negative 2. Remember to put the square outside. So can just use the calculator. This is 5 minus 4. Negative 2 square is 4. So a equals to negative 11. Can just use calculator. Okay, so negative 11 here. Okay, question C. Okay, we need to use tic-tac-toe lah. So we use tic-tac-toe here. So multiply. So x minus 1, 3 plus 2x. So again, same thing lah. If you want to find this spot, okay, it is actually x times 3. So this is 3x. Okay, then the next one, you want to find this cell here. So it is actually negative 1 times 3. So negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Okay, then the next one, want to find this cell here. So this cell here is x times 2x. So it's 2x squared. Okay, then the last one. So the last one, okay, we need to multiply negative 1 and 2x. So become negative 2x. Okay, then what happens is, okay, you notice that there are these 4 in the cell here. So we write these 4 terms, okay, as a continuation of our working. So it's 3x minus 3 plus 2x squared minus 2x. Okay, then after that we simplify the like terms. So our like terms are actually 3x minus 2x. Okay, so we can rewrite the whole structure whereby the 2x squared will be in front. Then 3x minus 2x is plus x minus 3. So this is our answer. 2x squared plus x minus 3. Okay, so this is for this question. Okay, then question 15. Now question 15, so we have this number pattern. Okay, so we study the pattern lah. Then they say number of matches. So actually we can make a prediction every time, right? From pattern 1 to pattern 2, right? Okay, actually we add on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so same. This one also we add on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so every time there is a plus 5 here. Plus 5 here. Then this one also plus 5. Okay, plus 5 sticks lah. Okay, so you can also notice from your table plus 5. This one also plus 5. This one also plus 5. So we can make a prediction from 21. You need to plus 5. So becomes 26. Then you plus another 5 becomes 31. Okay. Then the next question, find expression in terms of n for the number of sticks in pattern n. So this is the number pattern 16, 21. Okay, so you know the difference, right, is positive 5. So what you need to do is you need to find term 0. That means you need to go backwards by 1. So you minus 5. So this is your term 0. So 6 minus 5 is 1. Okay, then how do you write down your n term or your general term? Okay, so the formula for your n term is equals to T0 plus Dn. Okay, so your term 0 is 1. So it's 1 plus, okay, then your difference, right, is actually plus 5, positive 5. So we plus 5, and then the n we just put behind. So this is your n term. So 1 plus 5n. Now part 3, Wei Ying claims that she requires 94 sticks for pattern 18. Is her claim true? Show your working clearly. Okay, so now let's find the number of sticks. Okay, since it's pattern 18, right, it is actually T18. So we use this 1 plus 5, then times 18 here. So let's use our calculator. 1 plus 5 times 18 is 91. So she is wrong. She is wrong. Because she requires 91 sticks only. Okay. Oh, delete. They say delete. So I delete here. It's wrong. Now let's move on to our next question. Okay, this is a sphere. Formula given in page 2. Okay. Formula is given. So they give us a very important information. Surface area is 196. Show that the radius of the sphere is 7 centimeter. So we start with surface area equals to 196 pi centimeter square. So the formula for surface area of a sphere, right, is actually 4 pi r square. So that is equals to 196 pi. So we need to find our radius. This is the thing that we need to find. So we keep it first. Then this 4 pi, we bring it over. So it becomes divide. 4 pi. So don't worry about this. The pi, please don't be scared. Okay, this pi and this pi, can you see appears, right? You can just cancel off the pi. Okay, so in your calculator, you key in what's 196 divided by 4. So answer is 49. What did I do? Okay, here. 49. So r square equals to 49. So your radius is equals to square root 49. R is equals to 7 centimeter, which is shown. Okay, because they want you to show that your radius is 7 centimeter. Then after that, the sphere was melted down to form cubes of length 3 centimeter. Find the number of complete cubes that can be made by melting the sphere. So for this case, right, okay, when you talk about melting, right, the volume, okay, is the same. Okay, volume same when you melt one 3D figure to form another 3D figure, right? Okay, the volume remains the same. So we need to find the volume, okay, of the sphere. So volume of the sphere is also given on page 2, the formula sheet. It's just 4/3 pi r cube. So we have found our radius to be 7. Then we can just key in our answer times 7 power 3. So 4/3 times 7 power 3. Okay, so it is actually 1372/3. Then we can put the pi here, centimeter cube. Okay, so we can don't work out the pi first. At last time we can calculate the pi. Okay, so this is the volume of the sphere. So volume of 1 cube. Okay, so the length of the cube is 3, so it's 3 power 3. So 3 power 3 is 27 centimeter cube. So what happens now is we want to know the number of cubes. Number of cubes, okay, that can be made. okay, by the process. So we take the volume of sphere divided by volume of 1 cube. So 1372 pi over 3 divided by 27. So this time around, we need to key in the value of pi in your calculator. So 1372 divided by 3 times your pi equal divide by 27. So your answer is a decimal 2131. So cubes must be a whole number, right? So we just take 53 lah. 53 cubes. Okay, the question is, can I round up to 54? The answer is no, because not enough material. So answer here is 53. Okay, so that's all.